In our developing story tonight, Canadian media reports that one of the nearly 500 Tamil migrants who set sail for Canada aboard a cramped cargo freighter died just weeks before the ship had arrived off the British Columbia coast. The victim has been identified as a 37-year-old man. The Canadian authorities had confirmed these reports as well. Now, about 50 members of the Tamil community had gathered at a temple in Burnaby, British Columbia yesterday to discuss how to help the nearly 500 migrants who had arrived at Vancouver Island.
The 490 migrants arrived at CFB Esquimalt near Victoria on Friday after being at sea aboard the MV Sunsea since May. They face immigration hearings which were set to begin today in Vancouver. According to the CBC News website, an immigration consultant who met with some of the migrants stated that those expecting to make refugee claims didn't have enough to eat or drink while on board the ship. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, quoting officials of the Royal Canadian Police, stated yesterday that the Tamil migrants who landed on Vancouver Island appear to be in good health after several months at sea. On Friday, Canadian Public Safety Minister Vic Tobes said that the Canadian Border Service Agency would take the time necessary to identify and process all individuals who were on the ship in accordance with Canadian law. He pledged that any individuals who endanger national security or who have engaged in human smuggling will be persecuted to the full extent of the law. Meanwhile, according to international media reports, people in downtown Victoria were split on how to handle the migrants.
A big deal to me. It's not affecting me in any way.
There's an opportunity to help others, and I think it's okay.
They know they can get in because our laws are so easy. Just not a good idea.
How do you differentiate legitimate refugees from basically what are criminals?
In a similar story, but from the other side of the Pacific Ocean, Sri Lankan High Commissioner to Malaysia D.D. Ranasinghe says that 62 illegal Sri Lankan migrants have been released by Malaysian authorities. He noted that these 62 persons were part of a group of 75 illegal Sri Lankan migrants who were arrested in April this year. They were detained as they attempted to sail to Australia aboard a trawler to seek refugee status.
The Dengue Prevention Week of the Presidential Task Force appointed to combat the virus commenced today. Incidentally, various responsibilities linked to this campaign have been vested upon 7 ministries over the coming week. Today was set aside for the Ministry of Health.
Held under the theme Are We Ready?, the Health Ministry's dengue prevention program began at the Colombo Municipal Council premises. The program commenced under the patronage of Acting Health Minister Mahinda Amaravira. A group including Minister of Environment Anupriya Darshanayappa and Chief City Administrator of the Colombo Municipal Council Omar Kamil was present at the occasion. Dengue is not just an illness alone. It is evidence of the fact that there is a systematic deterioration of society, towns and discipline in society. 72% of dengue patients in Colombo are under the age of 20. Hence, it is important to ensure that dengue breeding grounds are not created in and around schools.
The issue here is dengue is not purely the responsibility of the municipal corporation, of the Ministry of Health, or the clinical services of the public health services. It is documented that there are almost 12 sectors involved in the control of dengue, and by putting together this presidential task force, this is helping the intersectoral collaboration right from central, provincial, district and divisional level. So I am sure with this and with the leadership and the pressure kept on, there will be an effect on the transmission and the dynamics of dengue in the country. Please don't think that this will be easy or it will take a few weeks. This will take definitely a couple of months, and maybe by the beginning of next year, we would be able to see the results or the impact of this.
The media played a pivotal role in achieving success in our dengue prevention program. They have been constantly airing stories to create awareness on dengue through their respective news bulletins and through other means. The Sirasa Media Network carried out a continuous program in order to eradicate dengue. We have to commend that effort. You will see the manner in which the BTI bacteria will be used to curb dengue in a very short span of time. However, if there is a notion that dengue will be eradicated only once the BTI bacteria arrives here in Sri Lanka, then that would be the greatest deception. Subsequent to the function, the group, including the ministers, engaged in an observation tour of the area and pasted stickers to certify homes free of dengue mosquito breeding grounds. The Environment, Defence, Public Administration, Education, Local Government and Disaster Management Ministries will be tasked with the responsibilities of carrying out the campaign over the next 6 days.
Staying in local news, United National Party parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa says that there is no certified price for purchasing paddy. The MP made this comment while addressing party supporters in the Kalundav area in Dambulla.
Today they are proudly saying they will provide a certified price for Nadu and Samba. However, this certified price they are talking about is only limited to images on screen. The subject minister says on TV that a certified price will be provided for paddy. The minister also pledges to provide this. However, this is not being done.
Minister of Construction and Engineering Services Vimal Weerawansa engaged in an inspection tour of the R. Premadasa Stadium this morning, which is currently being renovated for the upcoming Cricket World Cup.
A group including Sports Ministry officials was also present at the occasion. We can see that the engineering corporation is efficiently carrying out the work required to complete this process within the allocated time period. By the 23rd of December, the Kettaram grounds will be handed over to the cricket board. The management of the engineering corporation is of the view that they will be able to complete renovation work before the set date. The minister further said that the Pallekele International Cricket Ground can also be handed over prior to the deadline, subsequent to construction work being completed.
An 8-year-old child died today after being crushed by concrete. The police said that the tragic accident occurred in the Molligoda area in Wadduwa this morning.
Pramudi Mahesha Satsarni was the second child in a family of 3. Tragedy struck when little Pramudi Mahesha was playing with her friends today. She died after a concrete cylinder, which had been brought for the construction of an adjoining house within which she had been playing in, collapsed onto her. When we were playing, Pramudi said she was tired and wanted to do something else. Thereafter, she saw the barrel and went into it. However, it struck a stone when rolling back and split.
He was rocking the concrete structure while the 2 girls were inside. I scolded him and chased them all away. Just as I was moving away, it broke loose and fell onto her.
The post-mortem examination into the death was carried out this evening. At the time of death, 8-year-old Pramudi Mahesha was studying in grade 4 of the Wadduwa Mahavidyalaya.
The police said that 2 individuals have died while 3 children have gone missing after the boat they were travelling in capsized in the seas of the Kirinda harbour this evening. 3 others involved in the accident were rescued.
One person who was rescued during the tragic incident has been admitted to the Tisamaharama Hospital. Navy spokesperson Captain Atula Senarath said the victims included a Navy officer and a child. It was this Navy officer and some of his loved ones who had encountered this tragic accident. The Navy spokesperson went on to say that those involved in the accident were granted permission to sail within the Kirinda harbour after they had sought permission to do so. Captain Senrath added that they were sailing in a Navy dinghy when it capsized due to the waves.
Even though there is great emphasis on respecting and caring for parents and elders in the society we live in, it is seldom that we hear of such instances. However, a woman who has fulfilled her role as a mother and even a role model was felicitated at her birthday, which was celebrated yesterday.
The 80th birthday of Mary Lillian Gunasekara was celebrated at this house in Jayala yesterday. Born on the 15th of August 1931, she is the mother of 16 children. Interestingly, she is also the grandmother of 80 grandsons and granddaughters. Of a family of 112, over 100 relatives attended the ceremony to wish her long life and prosperity. herself towards ensuring her children's success, this devout mother, grandmother and great-grandmother spoke to us with much happiness.
I have 16 children, 8 boys and 8 girls. I have 80 grandchildren. I have just completed 79 years and turned 80. They organized this in spite of my objections. I'm happy about it. I would like to thank them for doing something like this for their mother.
This mother has been lucky enough to see even her great-grandchildren growing up.
I'm one of the granddaughters. This is the 79th in the family. I hope that she will stay with us for many more years.
It is needless to say that just as Lilian Gunasekara has set a shining example to all through her love for her children, in turn her family too has been instrumental in setting a rare example to the world.
Meanwhile, a felicitation ceremony was held in Erabud, Battikal recently to honour Citizens Front Nureli District Parliamentarian J. Sri Ranga.
The event was organized by the Youth Journalists Federation of the Eastern Province. A group of intellectuals and journalists were also present at the occasion. During the tsunami, Ranga arrived in this area and asked people to provide aid. I was really happy. I see him as a leader who will assist everyone by casting aside race and religion. Each time politicians kept moving forward by deceiving the people and the country, Ranga stopped them and questioned them. He created an environment where people were made aware. The country should look at you as a good leader for the future. You have the required knowledge, ability and urgency. You have displayed your skills through the Minnal program. Because of that program, you have come to the forefront. The Secretary of the Citizens Front Party and Parliamentarian of the Nureli District, J. Sri Ranga, was felicitated at the occasion.